3, 2, 1.
Another Sunnahfollowers exclusive, Not One of Us, written by Sheikh Muhammad S. Adli, broken down and brought to you by host lailanasheeba. Join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, right here on Sunnahfollowers.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Welcome to our Hadith class for tonight. And I know I'm late. I am about almost, 45 minutes late with this class. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. It's just so much is going on in our Zoom room. And just let everybody know, remember our Zoom room is open 24 hours. And that's where all the action happens. You get to see Lailanasheeba behind the scenes with Geechee, Ifti, Sabrine, Fresno, Brother Ahmad, and the rest. So sorry, we always taking care of business. Okay, but anyway, this is our Hadith class, and the Hadith class is not going to last long. It's going to be short because we're only doing one Hadith. We're doing the Hadith from the book entitled Not of Us, Not One of Us. And as I have on the screen here, this book is compiled by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Attali, and you can pick up a copy of this book by going to www.adlionline.com and buying this book. And this book consists of hadiths taken from the different sitta, hadiths addressing things that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us to stay away from, because indulging or engaging in these actions can actually take you out of the folds of Islam. It doesn't make you a kafir. But if you continue in this behavior, without changing and rectifying yourself, you can actually leave the folds of Islam. So these are very, very important hadiths for us to ponder the meaning of. Very, very important hadiths for us to implement into our daily lives. And with that said, let's take a look at the hadith for tonight. And let me share my screen so everyone can see. Which one is it? This one here. All right, inshallah, you guys can see my screen. Okay. All right. Okay. This is at the bottom. Move this over here. I can't see. Okay. So this is a hadith that addresses how if you claim to belong to somebody that you don't belong to, in other words, to say, this is why adoption is haram. To say that somebody is your father or somebody is your mother or you belong to somebody's family. To say that you are part of somebody's family when you're not. This is a serious crime in Islam. And let's take a look at this hadith. This hadith is narrated by Abu Dar. Abu Dar, he's one of the eminent companions. He said that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a person who knowingly claims anyone else to be his father when he is not, has committed an act of disbelief. And whoever makes the claim that something belongs to him that doesn't is not one of us and will take his seat in the hellfire. And anyone who refers to another person as being an unbeliever or calls another person an enemy of Allah, and that person is not, it will come down on him. Oh my God, this is a powerful, powerful hadith, and we're going to break it down. This is why adoption is haram. Adoption is bad and dirty because you're saying that someone comes from you, from your bloodline, from your seed line, when that person really doesn't. This is a lie. This is deception. So we have to be careful saying who we come from. This is an act of disbelief. This is what the unbelievers used to do. This is what the unbelievers still do, adopting children, okay? And not just with children, but anything. To say that something is yours and it's not. Remember, we talked about how once we convert to Islam, once we declare La ilaha illallah, we're declaring allegiance to Allah, to the Prophet, and to the believers. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And also, once a person declares La ilaha illallah, three things are sacred about that person in regards to the rest of us as Muslims. That means their life is sacred. That means you cannot kill that person. That means their honor is sacred. You cannot destroy that person's reputation. and also their property is sacred. Your children, that's part of your property. Your husband, your wives, that's part of your property. Okay? To impose something as being yours that isn't, this is an act of deception. This is an act of deceit to say that this is my child when it's not. That's deception. That destroys my bloodline. That destroys the ties of mahramship. That destroys the seeding. That also destroys inheritance. Somebody is claiming to be your inheritor when he or she is not deserving of it. This is a sacrilege in Islam. And by the way, that's why I'm going to answer this question that a sister just asked me about a couple hours ago. Can a Muslim can a Muslim inherit from a non-Muslim? No. Can a adopted child inherit from somebody? No, because you're not entitled to that. They're not of you. You're not of them. Okay, so this is why, if you are a Muslim and your family are not, you tell them that they can leave you 1/3. They can gift you 1/3 of their estate. That's it. The rest go to those who are of them. And as far as adoption, you're not entitled to nothing because you're not from that bloodline. Nowadays, we got DNA testing. And y'all know how I'm big on DNA testing. I done tested myself and I know my roots all the way back to the troglodytes. Bertha, remember that Tiva? Y'all, I'm sorry, guys. I'm an 80s girl. Bertha, she's one of the Butt sisters. The troglodytes. Remember that song? I'm one of the Butt sisters. The troglodytes. Okay. That's a joke. Latifah gets it. But subhanAllah, guys, if a person is not of your lineage, is not of your DNA, your heritage, you can't pose these people off. This is a sacrilege. Okay. Also, calling somebody a kafir. I tell my students here all the time, the kids, I don't care how angry you get with another Muslim, you never call them an enemy of Allah. You never call them a kafir, an unbeliever. And we saw this happen here at this website yesterday, unfortunately. When I was giving my lecture, we had a bunch of kids coming in from Kick, that program called Kick. And there was some people in there typing, oh, who is this woman teaching Islam? Women are not supposed to teach. Women are not supposed to show their faces. These brothers from the United Kingdom. It's always that United Kingdom kids. These people are out of control. I don't know what's going on over there in the UK, but boy, them Muslims are out of control. The little boy came in there. Y'all heard him. Y'all saw him. He sat there and said, oh, who is this woman teaching? It's haram. She needs to cover her face. Women can't teach. Women can't show their faces. And none of that stuff is true. That's not Islam. I don't know what he's talking about. And then he called me an enemy. He sat there and told the other kids, don't listen to her. She's an enemy of Allah. She's an enemy of Allah. Astaghfirullah. He cursed me. And I didn't get mad. I sat there and smiled and banned him. I ended up banning him on that Kick program. He's one of the 12 people I banned. But whenever you call another, let me tell you children what happens. Whenever you refer to another Muslim as being an enemy of Allah or a kafir, if they are not an enemy of Allah, if they are not a kafir, you will become one, or your children will become one. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whenever you curse another Muslim, and he said cursing another Muslim is to call them an enemy of Allah or kafir. That curse goes up to the heavens. It goes to the right and it goes to the left. If that person is not an enemy of Allah, if that person is not a kafir, it will come back down to earth on you. And either you will become an enemy of Allah or a kafir, or one of your children. Maybe this is why we have such a high apostasy rate. Because you cursed your children, guys. When you cursed another Muslim that wasn't deserving of it, it came back down on you and yours. We have to stop doing it. And this is a big problem with these United Kingdom Muslims, because I see it on the internet. They come into my Kick or my Trovo program, and they have those United Kingdom accents, beautiful accents, and all they do is call people kafirs or call people enemies of Allah. And we're all Muslims. You don't call another Muslim a name like that. These people are off the hook. It's a terrible world we live in today. And we wonder why Allah has sent war. We have to change ourselves. So don't ever refer to another Muslim. I don't care how angry you are with that Muslim or how much you dislike him or dislike her. Never call him a kafir. Never call him an enemy of Allah. Never call him a renegade of Allah or a renegade of Islam, because those are curses. And if that person is not that, it's going to come back on you. So this is a powerful, powerful hadith that has a lot of meaning that we need to implement in our lives. And the source, what's the source? What's the source? The source is Sahih Muslim. So it brings about a lot of lessons. Number one, Islam is not just a religion, but it's a way of life. It's a protective way of life that preserves our lineage. Muslims, we can trace our roots all the way back to the beginning of time. We name ourselves. Our daughters keep the names of their fathers. That's why in Islam, a woman doesn't get married and take on the name of her husband. You keep the name of your father, because this is a way of preserving our lineage. We don't adopt. This is preserving our lineage. Also, as Muslims, we should not claim to have false lineage to a people that we don't belong to. Be careful of that. Okay, do your DNA test. You'll be surprised who you belong to. You don't have to make up a lineage. We got a lot of skeletons in our closet. Believe you me, I found a bunch of them in mine. Also, as a Muslim, we cannot refer to another as being a kafir unless the person says he's a kafir. And we cannot refer to them as being an enemy of Allah unless he says he's an enemy of Allah. So be careful of this, guys. Again, we talked in our 6 o'clock class today about how Allah sends war and hardships as a means of either purifying those worthy of purification or as a means of punishing those deserving of punishment. Remember, I told you guys, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us that whenever we experience a calamity, we have to first of all say inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun, because it came from Allah. It didn't come from Israel. It didn't come from America. That hardship came from Allah. He sends it as a means of either punishing or purifying. Okay? And then you ask yourself, am I on the receiving end of his punishment from this calamity? Or am I on the receiving end of his purification? That means self-evaluate. Ask yourself, what are you doing that you shouldn't do? Are you referring to other Muslims as being kafirs? I see it in the United Kingdom all the time. I see it on my program here. Those kids came in there and called me an enemy of Allah because I don't have my face covered. Because I don't have my face covered and because I'm a woman talking, I'm an enemy of Allah. Okay, how ridiculous. So you're on the receiving end of his punishment. Okay. self-evaluation. Self-evaluation. And then we have to, once we determine which side we're on, then we need to set about changing it. If you truly believe in Allah, then that's the time to change. I'm going to change the condition of myself to that which is pleasing to Allah. And once we work on changing the condition of ourselves to that which is pleasing to Allah, that's how we earn his love. And when Allah loves you, he will cause those people of importance on earth to love you. Okay? Wonderful. All right, I'm going to stop right here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Are there any questions or comments? You brothers here on this kick, y'all got something to say? What, y'all quiet now, huh? Yeah, I'm talking about you. I don't know what's going on over there in the UK, but y'all better get it together. Seriously. Stop calling Muslims kafirs. I'm not a kafir. I've been Muslim all my life and devoted my life to the dawah. And be careful referring to people who devoted their life to teaching others as being an enemy of Allah. You call me an enemy of Allah, brothers? Because I don't have my face covered? The prophets' wives didn't cover their faces either. So are they enemies of Allah too? Where does Allah say I got to cover my face? Where does Allah say because I'm a female, I can't teach? Where does Allah say because I'm a woman, I can't teach this deen? When the first scholars of this religion were women. Aisha, radiallahu anha, was one of the first scholars of this deen. Okay? So you brothers need to be really careful over there in that UK. I don't know what y'all are doing, what's going on. I see y'all on the news protesting and crap. And the people protesting ain't got no hijabs on and stuff. I don't know what y'all doing, but y'all better chill. Seriously. Y'all wouldn't make it over here in America. It's a lot of American women like lailanasheeba. And we ain't going to tolerate no man calling us no enemy of Allah because we don't cover our face. There's a lot of us that don't cover our face here. Be careful. Any questions, comments besides the peanut gallery here? All right, guys, tomorrow is the Call In and Ask Sister Layla live show. Yes, I answer questions about Islam too, the young men. The Call In and Ask Sister Layla live show is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys have your questions. And like I said, the discussion in between my answering will be about what's going on in the world, how to handle it, and how to bring back the Sunnah. Okay. And if there is a question I can't answer, Sheikh Morsi will be on standby like he was last week. Yeah. Sister Omar here. Are you here? Omar here? Y'all going to bring questions in from the sisters in Niger and stuff? Yeah, have their questions and stuff here ready, inshallah. Yeah, I got a preview of it. Here's my little thing. Hold on, guys. This is tomorrow. Wait, what do you get the person at? Let's talk about it.
Wait a minute. Time for the Ask Sister Layla live show. Lines are now open. 862-370-2838.
I just love that jingle there. I just like that one. That commercial, guys, I love that one. Because all the men in that commercial and the other one that I made are Muslims. This one is too. These brothers are Muslim. I like this one too.
And he scores! Dang. Wait, is that the Adhan? I think so, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, man.
Well,
gotta pray.
Yeah, we do gotta pray. We gotta pray. Let's get that in. Yes, sir.
ASAP.
Ha ha!
I don't know
Allahu
what it is,
Akbar.
but what? I've been listening to this program, Sunnahfollowers, and I've been learning a lot, Aki. Man, a lot.
MashaAllah. Yeah, like what? What you been learning about?
Man, I've been learning about a lot. Salah, Hadith, the life of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Man.
Wow, for real though.
And you know another thing? The shows just keep come on back to back.
Alhamdulillah. I just gotta check them out.
For real though.
Yo.
Wow. My guy, if you have any questions, check this out. Every Friday, you can call in Sister Layla live. Call her with any one of your questions in regards to this deen. And man, she will answer them. She will get you right. Anyway, inshallah, I'm about to tune into that. But you know something else? If this is going to be a benefit to me, I got to get with that
Sadaqah
Jariyah. All right. Donate to Sunnahfollowers.net. We're here for you. Sadaqah Jariyah. Assalamu alaikum.
And by the way, guys, please support this dawah effort. We need $2,000 each month to pay these website expenses. I got taken for a ride for 3 months, hired somebody to do our promotion, and that brother ripped me off, didn't do anything. But alhamdulillah, Allah revealed the truth, and alhamdulillah, I'm doing it myself, me and brother Ahmad and sister Adichie. But the programs that we're using, we have to pay for them, guys. Nothing is cheap. So nothing is free or cheap. Please support this dawah effort, by scanning that QR code, And by the way, for you little young brothers here in UK that don't know who I am, see, you can't come to America with that. Seriously, you brothers need to learn some respect and some manners, because I don't care whether you know me or not. I ain't here to be learned by nobody. But you come to America talking about me like that, you might get in some trouble. Be careful what you say about Muslims that you don't know. You're going to refer to a Muslim woman that is dressed the way Allah say to dress, call her an enemy of Allah. I got a big following over here. Most of my following are men. You come to America calling me an enemy of Allah, you might see who the real enemy is. So be careful, you brothers. I mean, seriously, y'all, you in your 20s and y'all young and foolish. Learn the deen, man. Whether you know me or not, you respect your Muslim women. This is how you treat your mother, your grandmother. Learn some respect for your women. You want the non-believers to respect us. When you yourself show no respect towards us. The kafir respect their women. What's wrong with you Muslim men that you don't respect your women? You call your women because they don't look the way you think they're supposed to look. You call them an enemy of Allah and a kafir. Shame on you. You brothers should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all need to do some serious repenting. All right, I'm going to close out here for tonight. Inshallah, tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Don't forget chapter 14, right? Chapter 14 of the book Diluting Walla Better. We on 14, right? And the first section of it. And then at 9 p.m., the Call In and Ask Sister Layla live show. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining and participating. And don't forget, guys, to make dua for yourselves, asking Allah, to guide you to true Islam and its truthfulness with the understanding of the companions, number one. Then ask Allah to keep you firm upon Siratul Mustaqim. And then make dua for all the believers on earth, asking Allah to keep all the believers, firm upon Sirat al-Mustaqim. Make dua for yourselves, make dua for your families, make dua for all the believers on earth. Allah is not going to change the condition of a people until they take the steps to change the condition of themselves. So peace out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka.